I'm trying to figure out how do I even begin in which I'm about to talk about with this story here. Now it is currently September 18th, 2021, and what I'm about to read to you was posted on September 15th, 2021, 3 days ago. And this has been floating around on social media, and I just happened to come across it, and I said I have to share this with the family. So I quote tweeted it on my Twitter account. And it says, one thing I learned is that when immigrants come over here like this, they will get all kinds of grants and not have to pay taxes on it for 5 years, and then pass the business on to another family member to keep the business going and never have to pay taxes, an American dream. And this is in response to something that was posted by The Hill, where it says business coalition aims to provide jobs to Afghan refugees. So let's put things into perspective. Ever since 2001, for the last 20 years, the U.S. has been paying Afghanistan about hundreds of millions of dollars a day, allegedly, totaling to trillions of dollars over the course of the last 2 decades. That's number one. Number two is they are allowing them to come over here because of everything that's going on over there in Afghanistan. They are allowing them to just come on over. They're not mandated, as far as I know, for the scene, so they can just come right on over. It's not a requirement for them to take it. They have the actual choice, unlike Americans, where they are mandating it and saying that we have to take it. Okay, now we have this. They are about to just give them jobs, and we already know they're about to get grants for businesses. They literally are rolling out the red carpet for foreign immigrants, and wouldn't even give that same type of aid to American-born citizens. They had a problem with wanting to pay additional stimulus money out to American citizens when they were trying to get back on their feet due to what occurred last year, but they're just willingly giving money, jobs, and businesses to other people that aren't from here. I mean, are people understanding and seeing what the hell is actually going on? If I had to agree with one thing 45 said, it was closing the borders to immigrants. That's one major thing I would agree with him on. If I didn't agree with him on anything else, it would be that. Because we already know as black people, we're going to get the short end of the stick anyway. And if other groups get the short end of the stick, that's going to push us down even further. And like some people were saying in response to this post, they're basically creating a new buffer class with them, as if they don't have enough buffer classes already, as enough as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article coming from The Hill and see what else they're going to talk about. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation on Wednesday launched a coalition to connect Afghan refugees with jobs when they resettle in the U.S. Like, they literally are coming over here and already they gonna lock in with having a job. Where when it comes to people like ourselves, we have to jump through hoops and hurdles to even get an interview. Meanwhile, they just have the job laid out on a slab right there for them. The Coalition for Afghan Refugee Employment, which includes major employers such as Amazon, Walmart, and UPS, aims to provide employment opportunities to tens of thousands over the next 6 months. Let's see, 6 months from now is September. Let's see, October, November, December, January, February, March. From now to March. And imagine what it'll be like by the time them 6 months is up. They're getting something that's guaranteed. They're not getting, we'll maybe do this. We'll possibly do this. We'll look into this. No, we are the ones that get that. Black people, we get the extra incentive of we're going to do a study. With them, oh, here it is. Boom, there you go. That's it. That's all. All they had to do was position themselves at the right time, and they got it. Now, when it comes to black people, when we're talking about reparations and tangibles, oh, we got to see about that. We're going to work on this later. We got to do and cover this first. We got to do a study and all this other bullshit. With them, oh, here you go. Just come on over and we got a job lined up right for you. And we're going to put you in a nice job too, not some ran down place. We're going to give you a nice job that pays very well. And we're going to give you some grants, so your business can take off. You know, the stuff that we should be getting, that we got to work hard to get, but claim we're too lazy to get, but we're not really lazy to get, but they'll give it to them. This is through this effort, we're proud to bring American businesses together to fill a critical need, supporting the resilience and financial independence of Afghan refugees who are starting a new life in the U.S., Carolyn Cawley, president of the Chamber of Commerce Foundation, said in a statement. The newly formed business coalition is joining Welcome U.S., a campaign to help about 65,000 Afghan refugees resettle in the U.S. that is backed by former presidents Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton. Look whose name popped up. Barack Obama. That doesn't surprise me. We know that our new Afghan neighbors will contribute immeasurably to the country, including in the workforce, said Cecilia Munoz and John Bridgeland, and the co-chairs of Welcome U.S. The U.S. evacuated more than 120,000 people from Afghanistan as Taliban fighters took control of the nation's capital city, Kabul. The Biden administration formally withdrew from Afghanistan on August 31st, ending a 20-year conflict. The administration is currently housing tens of thousands of Afghan refugees in military bases and has asked Congress for a $6.4 billion in additional funding to fund the resettlement effort. And guess what? They about to get all $6.4 billion of them things. Down to the last damn brown brother, aka the penny. Several companies announced measures to hire or provide assistance to the refugees following the Taliban's takeover, including Airbnb, which said it would provide temporary housing for up to 20,000 Afghans. Airbnb. And I bet you they're going to be in the nice Airbnbs, not the little ran down looking ones. They're going to be in some nice ones. And I've been in some Airbnbs before. Let me tell you something. This is all an elaborate plan and is working like a charm. We tried to tell people, we tried to warn them about what was going on, and here we are. And like some black people have told me in the comment section, watch where they're going to end up planting them after they move them out. They're going to start planting them in black areas, or predominantly black areas. Because we know what the plan is. They're trying to flesh out a certain group and replace them with another group. Like, look at the lengths that they're going and they're bending over backwards for. They're bending over backwards for a nation they was at war with for the last 20 years. Imagine that. I guess this is the peace offering. I'm assuming. I don't know. But it seems like every single month there's a new incentive that they're getting. But we, of course, keep getting pushed further and further and further back. I don't want to say this too soon, but I almost hope that this bites them in the ass. And by them, I'm talking about the establishment known as the U.S. I can't really just flat out say that it will, but something tells me it might. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. And before I even completely end the video, I would not be surprised if this group gets some kind of anti-hate bill drafted up for them the same way the Asians got for themselves back in March. Watch, it's coming.